And yet again, another school shooting has occurred in the United States, but this one has me seriously outraged. Let's dive into why. 28-year-old trans woman Audrey Hale has shot up a Christian school in Nashville, Tennessee. Amongst those killed were 3 innocent 9-year-old children, along with 3 adults, amongst whom was the head teacher. President Joe Biden addressed the school shooting shortly afterwards. However, the way he addressed it, I mean, words cannot describe this.
My name is Joe Biden. I'm Dr. Joe Biden's husband, and I ate Jenny's ice cream, chocolate chip. I came down because I heard there was chocolate chip ice cream. By the way, I have a whole refrigerator full upstairs. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. God.
Somebody get Trump back into power. Another thing that had me absolutely pissed is a bunch of Twitter posts regarding how the police misgendered the shooter. Update, it seems like maybe there's plenty of confusion about whether or not the shooter is a transgender man or woman. After finding out that the police there don't know how to use the right words does not shock me, but mixing genders in the same story is still a problem. Are you seriously worried about a school shooter, a monster who killed 6 innocent people, 3 of whom were children, getting misgendered? What the fuck is wrong with you? This absolutely shocking and horrifying statement was issued by the Trans Resistance Network. The Trans Resistance Network has been notified the shooter involved in today's church school shooting in Nashville, Tennessee was a person identifying as transgender, known from online profiles as Aidan or, well, they meant to spell Audrey Hale, he, him. Oh my god, we have to respect his pronouns even though he killed 6 innocent people. While it's not our policy to engage publicly with news media, we believe this moment calls for a thoughtful response from our collective. Well, I'm intrigued. I want to see what you guys have to say. The first tragedy today is the loss of life of 3 children and adults. We extend our deepest sympathies and heartfelt prayers to those families dealing with the loss of loved ones. There is nothing we can offer that will comfort the hurts or ease the sorrow. We mourn you. And this is where I nearly fell to the floor. The second and more complex tragedy is that Aidan or Audrey Hale, who felt he had no other effective way to be seen than to lash out by taking the life of others and by consequence himself. This is, I'm just trying to find the right word, bizarre. It is becoming more and more clear that what the Trans Resistance Network is attempting to do is to justify the shooting. And that is further backed up by the last paragraph of the response. We remind the news media to respect the self-identified pronouns of transgender individuals who come across your desk. Aidan Hale self-identified with he/him pronouns on forward-facing sites. We also urge you to avoid pandering to those individuals on the right who will use this double tragedy to torment fear and terror of transgender people in order to advance their political agenda of transgender elimination. It has also become quite clear to me that what the Trans Resistance Network actually cares about is whether the news will misgender this person or not, because I don't really think that they care about the dead people that were actually the innocent victims of this school shooting. And let's talk about this for a second. The alphabet people have every single major institution, nearly every single Western government, every single major news outlet, bending over backwards every single day in order to support them, in order to fire individuals who dare even a little bit criticize them in order to ruin their lives. Governments, big companies, and news are repressing free speech because of the alphabet people. And after all of that support and daily celebration of them, they are offended that a few individuals have misgendered them, then that leads me to believe that their self-esteem is really low. Hence why they're in therapy 24/7. But I think I know what the motive behind the school shooting was. Since this is a Christian school and it's a transgender woman doing the massacre, I think that it's not that hard to figure out the motivation behind this, is it? Alphabet people over the last few years have gone out of their way to tear down traditional masculinity, to tear down our normal ways of life, to tear down traditional femininity, and to classify some things as grossly offensive. To the point when some of them start believing that milk is a symbol of neo-Nazi hate. What can I say? And what a way the alphabet people have come. It started out with legalize homosexuality, okay, we did that. Let us marry, okay, we also did that. Let us indoctrinate primary school children into our extremist, radical, left-wing ideological cult, okay, we also did that. Let us seize control of every major institution and ruin anybody's life who dares to go against us, us. Okay, we also did that. And now this. Please justify us killing normal straight people just because they misgendered us. And also this. The Colorado Springs shooter identified as non-binary. The Denver shooter identified as trans. The Aberdeen shooter identified as trans. The Nashville shooter identified as trans. Do you not see a correlation here? No, I mean seriously, have you seen this? All in all, this is an absolutely horrific incident, and my prayers go out to the families of those dead children because I simply cannot imagine what they must be going through. And I also hope this Audrey guy, or girl or whatever, burns in hell. If you guys want to support me, the absolute best way of doing it is by smashing the like button on this video, and if you want to support me even further, please click the subscribe button with the notification bell on so you will be notified every single time I upload a new video. Cheers fellas, and I'll see you in the next one.